Coach, that was a game you had to grind out. Typical Missouri Valley Football Conference November game.
Yeah, no, I'm just proud. I'm proud of our guys. I mean, they all wins. You get in that locker room and they feel the same. You know, they all count the same. I felt like so many guys played the unbelievable games. I mean, when you think about our defense and you hold a team to 266 yards of total offense, 14 points. Got a couple turnovers, got sacks, the big interception by Quay. Just so many things to be excited about. I thought our special teams, I thought Nico, maybe the MVP of the game as far as, Griffin in warm-ups gets hurt and he comes out and kicks and nails a couple big-time field goals for us. The last one was huge. Kicks off and does a great job kicking off with some of this wind. And then I felt like even the last one, Jack's punt was big. So there's so many things that you look back on, and we played winning football, things that we had to do to come on the road and win a football game whenever we weren't finishing on offense. I think the thing that you'll look back out on offense is those 6 or 8 plays that we've made the last 2 weeks for explosive touchdowns we didn't make today. As far as finishing the drives, we got tackled at the 1, we got tackled at the 6, that last one on DJ's. If that's a touchdown, then we don't kick a field goal. And so the plays were there. We had a couple drops early that would have kept drives going that we didn't. And so, but we had to keep it together. We kept running the football. DJ popped some runs. Javon's big run early, looking back, was such a huge one. Really, his 4th down touchdown was big because we needed every point that we could have. I mean, Coach Mallory does a great job, great coaching staff. They've played well on defense all year, and so we're just excited about getting out here with a win.
DJ went over 5,000 all-purpose yards, and he did it on the biggest run of the day. Just the great impact he had on this game and just throughout the season.
I'm so proud of him, and I'm happy that he gets the recognition that he deserves. And I think that we'll look back and see that he's one of the best running backs in Saluki history, and he's a future Hall of Famer, and he's a guy that deserves that. And I think that his teammates would say it's because he's an unbelievable kid, unbelievable worker, unselfishness, all those type of things. You want to see good things happen to those type of kids, and that's DJ Davis. And he's a workhorse. He's tough. He's missed a couple games, and now he's right back and he's grinding. Those were 22 tough carries, and a lot of broken tackles. And so I'm happy for him. 5,000 yards. I think Mike said that gets him 3rd in Saluki history when you start putting your name in there with Archie Whitlock and Tommy Kutzos, and then DJ Davis is 3rd, and he's 5 away from breaking to passing Kutzos. Those are the best backs in the school history, and he's putting his name right up there with them.
You've talked about how you have to be able to play in any tempo, any weather, any conditions. November football. Is this a team that you can take into any environment and get wins? Well,
I think number one, once you get into November and you start playing, you got to have a great defense. You got to have a great defense. You got to play well on special teams, and that's what we did today. Our defense. I know that we wish we would have let them go on the last drive, the scoring drive. That was a good drive by them. The Wildcat got us. They did a great job on those couple 4th down plays. You'd like to only give them that one score. We gave them a short field on the one. So you got to play great defense. You can hang your hat on playing great defense. You're going to be in a lot of football games. And it wasn't our best effort as far as finishing today on offense, but we got 23 points, and that was enough to win and feel good about it.
You talk about execution. Sometimes when you can get 4 yards, you got to get that 4, not 3. And DJ did a really good job of that.
He did, yeah. I mean, when it's blocked up, and then if you give it to him enough, he's gonna make you look good. He's gonna make that guy miss. He's gonna run through a tackle. And Romir's the same way. We got him. Romir had a couple big runs for us too. He doesn't get as many carries as DJ. But those guys will eventually wear you down and are going to pop big runs. But we have to be okay with, like you said, when they're blocked up for 2 or 3 and you go get 4 and you stay ahead of the chains, that's what makes offenses go.
Was that a big surprise, 89 running the Wildcat, and how did you adjust to that today?
Yeah, we had seen we'd seen the other kid running it, 31, running it, but then they gave a few guys a crack at it, so we hadn't seen the more of the power back, and it gave us trouble on a few. We were able to to get it for 1 or 2 there, and then get them into some 2nd and longs. But I thought they did a nice job of keeping us off balance there on those drives that they got going. And 17 came in and he made a couple throws on there. It was nice to see us just not give up the big throw. They had the win there at the end, and we just kept things in front of us. They picked up 2 4th downs. We didn't take the back. The linebacker should have took the back on the first 4th down, but ultimately we got the stops when we needed them, and enough to get the win.
Pick the tempo a little bit up. Did you feel like that helped you?
It definitely did. We really needed to just get in a rhythm like that, and we popped some runs there when we got going in the tempo. We called a couple. We took a sack on a play that we thought we might be able to get going. We called a couple pass plays that we felt like might be touchdowns, and they did a great job of covering them up. And it's one of those games where, like I said, the last couple of weeks, those had been there. We took a shot earlier in the game and it didn't complete it. So that's when you know you got a good football team, and you can still, though we didn't hit those for touchdowns, and you still find a way to go win. You've got a good balanced football team, and that's what we got to keep doing.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Correa because you've run the ball so well, but this 3rd game without an interception in a row, something has clicked for him a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that when you look at his stats, you're not going to think that this was a big throwing game or anything like that. But had a couple drops. Had a couple drops. I thought he managed the game well, and he keeps coming along. We're going to be a team that runs the football and play action pass, and so I thought he managed the game well. Exactly, 3rd game in a row, doesn't throw an interception. Those reps still keep getting up there as far as not throwing an interception, take care of the football. And that's been the recipe for winning. Whenever you look back as far as playoff football, that was really the recipe. Play great defense, run the football, take care of the football, really any team. And the big plays will happen because we have enough good players on both sides of the football.